Time is leaking, coming out of the walls!
The seventh mission of Dishonored 2, A Crack in the Slab, is often considered a favorite for its time travel mechanic, using a magical timepiece that allows jumping in between two parallel time frames, the past of 1849 and the present of 1852, to penetrate the home of mine boss Aramis Stilton in order to discover the source of Delilah's immortality. Actions in the past, such as destroying support beams or dropping a statue, can allow easier access to certain locations in the present. However, even more significant changes can be experienced. My videos assume you've played the games at least once, and are pretty much all spoilers. But if you've only played once, you might not be aware of all the possibilities in this mission. When you first enter the manor, it's a neglected, dilapidated ruin, and you find Stilton insane and mumbling nonsense.
There are whales down in the mines! I hear them howling to one another. Swollen beasts.
Using the timepiece, you must make your way to the backyard of the manor in 1849 to obtain the door code to the wing where the ritual that retrieves Delilah from the void takes place. You find Stilton in the gazebo, vacillating over whether to attend the ritual. His notebook contains the code, but there's another choice to be made here. If you leave Stilton alone and go to the study, Stilton will reluctantly attend the ritual.
Welcome again to my house. Let's get this over with.
Delilah is brought back from the void, and Stilton is driven mad. In a rare moment of decency, Duke Luca resolves to take care of him.
Poor Aramis. I feel obliged to take care of him out of loyalty to my father.
If you go back to the gazebo after this point, Stilton will no longer be there. When you return to the manor in 1852, it's exactly as it always was. Stilton is still insane, and the Dust District is as you left it. This is probably the outcome most players will experience, since it's the most straightforward. However, if you prevent Stilton from attending the ritual, history will be changed. There are two ways of doing this: incapacitate Stilton or kill him. If you knock him out, he won't be present at the ritual, and Luca will remark on his absence.
To begin. Where's Stilton?
It will still play out, but with Stilton not part of it. This time, when you return to the manor of 1852, you'll find a surprising change. No longer abandoned, it's now bright, clean, and full of visitors. Stilton never went mad, so he has remained an advocate for the miners, filling his home with monuments to the workers and hosting social gatherings. He still suffers from imposter syndrome around aristocrats, though. His deep-down neck tattoo is hard to hide, after all. Returning to the Dust District, you find changes there, too. For one, there's less dust from overmining, no guards, and locals will praise Stilton for his support.
But Aramis Stilton is a good man.
I'll tell him you said that. He drinks at my brother's pub.
The Duke's speaker announcement will grudgingly acknowledge the miners at Stilton's insistence, and the headquarters of the United Miners of Karnaca, formerly a shuttered ruin, will be open under the administration of Lucia Pastor, a labor organizer who will provide tips for the next mission. But perhaps most striking is when you return to the skiff, Megan Foster will now have both arms and both eyes. Still chain-smokes cigars, though. In the original timeline, she had planned to meet Stilton after the ritual.
But afterward, Megan's coming by. Talking with her always sets me right.
Since he went mad, they never met, so out of concern she attempted to enter the manor to find him, losing her arm and eye to Grand Guard swords. In the new timeline, this never happened, though no character is aware of the change. In the next mission, Stilton will join the crew on the deck of the Dreadful Whale and provide information. And depending on the chaos level and ending chosen, he'll be among those running Karnaca in the end sequence. This is the canon ending, since in Death of the Outsider Megan, once again Billy Lurk, begins with her arm and eye intact, though an echo of the original timeline is preserved in her dreams and when the black shard arm and eye of the dead god are foisted upon her by the outsider. The other option is to kill Stilton. This is probably the least common choice, but completionists will certainly try it out at least once. If you kill him, he obviously will not attend the ritual, and the scene will conclude without him as before. This time, returning to the manor in 1852, you will find it abandoned but not run down, having been bought by Baron Caruso at some point, and is now up for sale along with its furnishings. You'll find rat swarms, but no blood flies. The Dust District is the same as it was when Stilton went insane, and Megan Foster will still be missing her arm and eye, still having tried to find out what happened to Stilton. This is probably the darkest outcome. Dishonored makes much of player choices and consequences, mostly through a simple tally kept by the Chaos system. In this mission, the time travel mechanic lets you see direct effects of your choices with multiple possible outcomes that drastically change the world, giving it even more depth and immersion than casual players might ever fully appreciate.